Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to understand that what are the various representations to represent negative integer numbers. So let's start. So as you know, when we give the data to the computer, let's say when we are writing a program for the computer in any programming languages, then the data can be given in the form of either positive number or the negative numbers. So numbers can be either positive or negative. Now out of these given numbers which you are seeing here, some of the numbers can be integers and some of the numbers they are like floating numbers. So floating point numbers have actually the two parts. So as you can see, minus 67.89 has two parts. That is minus 67 is the integer part and 0.89 is can be called as the fractional part. Now the integers and the floating point numbers both can be either positive or the negative. Okay, so floating numbers can also be like positive and negative. And in the previous videos, we have discussed about the unsigned numbers and the signed numbers. So we understood that unsigned numbers are the numbers which consist of only positive numbers, and signed numbers consist of positive as well as the negative numbers. And we have seen how we can represent a given number in unsigned number. Now in this video, we have to see that what are the various representation or what are the various ways in which we can represent the signed numbers. And more specifically, when we are saying that we have to represent signed numbers, so we are mostly concerned about how we can represent the negative numbers in signed format. Okay, so actually when we want to represent a negative integer number in the binary representation, then we have actually the three different representation to express a given number into a binary representation according to the signed representation. And when we are saying about the floating point numbers, then actually we have different representation other than the negative integer numbers. So to represent floating numbers, we have the two different representation, that is fixed point representation, and next one is IEEE 754 representation. So these two representation help us to represent floating point numbers. So the main point is to express floating point number in the binary representation. Then we have the different type of representation. And for the signed integer numbers, that is positive and negative integer numbers which are signed, we have the three different representation. So what are the three different representation for the signed integer numbers? So these are the three different representation or the ways to express a given signed integer number or the negative number. Okay, so first one is signed magnitude representation, second is ones complement, and third is two's complement representation. Now in all of these three different representation, the positive number is expressed in the same way. Okay, that means if you are having one given number, then all the three representation will express that given positive number in the same binary format. Okay, but for the negative number, all the three representation will express a given signed integer number into the different binary formats or binary representation. So this was the main point that you have to understand about these three different representations. Now we will be discussing each of these different representation in our coming different videos, and we will see that how we can actually express a given number in all the three different representation. So before ending this video, let me tell you the signed magnitude representation is the simple representation. Okay, one's complement representation is actually the basis to understand the two's complement, and two's complement representation is actually the representation which is used in our modern computer to express or to represent a given negative integer number or the signed integers. Okay, so in the upcoming video, we will be seeing all these three different representation, as well as we will see that how we can represent the floating point number in their two different representation, that is fixed point and the IEEE 754 representation. So I hope you have liked the video. So please like and share this video, and if you have not subscribed this channel, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification of the videos. And you can find the full playlist of the number system and the data representation in the description below. So see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.